Everyone, continuing with the five kingdom classification, today we will do the second kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. The members of kingdom Protista are unicellular. That means they are composed of only one cell. They are eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are organisms which have a well-defined nucleus. Their mode of nutrition may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. That means they can prepare their own food or they depend on other organisms for their food. They show locomotion with the help of hair-like cilia, thread-like flagella, or finger-like cytoplasmic projections called pseudopodium. So, the characteristics of the members of kingdom Protista are they are eukaryotes, they are unicellular organisms, their mode of nutrition may be autotrophic or heterotrophic, they show locomotion with the help of cilia, flagella, or pseudopodia. Amoeba belongs to kingdom Protista. They are unicellular eukaryotic organisms found at the bottom of freshwater ponds, ditches, and lakes. Amoeba shows locomotion with the help of pseudopodia. So, what is pseudopodia? Pseudo means false, whereas podia means foot. So pseudopodia literally means false foot. They are finger-like projections which are formed by the body of the amoeba because of the flow of cytoplasm towards these projections. So what happens is if amoeba wants to move from one place to another, they stretch their body to form finger-like projections. And inside these finger-like projections, the entire cytoplasm flows into it. So this is how amoeba moves from one place to another. And this type of movement shown by amoeba using pseudopodia is called Amiboid movement. An amoeba thus does not have any fixed shape. Its shape changes with the shape of the pseudopodia. How does amoeba feed? Or what is the mode of nutrition in amoeba? Amoeba does not have hands. It does not have a mouth. So, how does it feed? Neither does it have chlorophyll in its body. That means it cannot prepare its own food. It is not autotrophic. It is heterotrophic. So, suppose amoeba sees a prey. It will move towards the prey with the help of its pseudopodia. On reaching the prey, it extends the pseudopodia and engulfs the prey. It's like hugging someone. So the pseudopodia engulfs the prey from all the sides. This is known as phagocytosis. Once phagocytosis takes place, a food vacuole is formed within the body of the amoeba. Inside this food vacuole, digestive enzymes are produced and thus digestion occurs inside the body of the amoeba. So see the figure. See, there's a prey, the amoeba moves towards it, the pseudopodia engulfs the food. This process, once it is completely engulfed, it is known as phagocytosis. Once phagocytosis takes place, a food vacuole is formed inside the body of amoeba and digestion takes place. This entire process in which amoeba engulfs the food, produces a food vacuole and digests the food is known as or termed as holozoic nutrition. Now, how does respiration or exchange of gases takes place in amoeba? It is a living organism, so it requires oxygen. So how does oxygen enter the body? Here also there is no nose or a special organ through which an amoeba can breathe in air. So, how does oxygen enter the body? I have already told you amoeba is found at the bottom of freshwater ponds, ditches, and lakes. So the water contains oxygen. So here diffusion takes place. We've already learned what is diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of molecules from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration. So oxygen from the surrounding water enters the body of the amoeba through the process of diffusion. Excretion also takes place in a similar manner. Carbon dioxide and ammonia are the main waste products produced in the body of amoeba, and these waste products also are removed from the body by the process of diffusion. So, movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So, the waste products is more inside the amoeba and less outside it. So, here carbon dioxide and ammonia move from the body of amoeba to the surrounding water, whereas oxygen is at higher concentration in the surrounding water, so it moves from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. How does amoeba reproduce? An amoeba reproduces by asexual reproduction, which occurs by two methods. The first one is binary fission, and it is the most common method of reproduction. From the name itself, binary, bi meaning two, and fission means to divide. So one parent amoeba divides to form two daughter cells. So how does it take place is, first the amoeba, it enlarges, then the division of the nucleus takes place. So one nucleus divides into two. This process of division of nucleus is known as karyokinesis. So division of the nucleus is known as karyokinesis. Once the nucleus has divided, now the cytoplasm divides. Division of the cytoplasm is known as cytokinesis. So first karyokinesis, second step is cytokinesis. After that, the parent amoeba divides into two daughter cells. So one cell divides into two. First, the nucleus divides, then the cytoplasm divides, and finally, the parent cell divides into two daughter cells. The next method of reproduction is multiple fission. This is also an asexual reproduction. Multiple meaning many, fission means to break. So this type of division occurs only when the conditions are unfavorable. So if the conditions are favorable, amoeba reproduces by binary fission. But if the conditions are unfavorable, then they divide by the method of multiple fission. Now, how does it take place? A wall is formed around the amoeba, which is known as cyst. Okay, so first a wall is formed around the amoeba, which is known as cyst. Inside this cyst, the parent amoeba divides into many daughter cells. And once the conditions become favorable, the cyst breaks open and releases the daughter cells. So binary fission takes place during favorable conditions, multiple fission takes place during unfavorable conditions. So once more, amoeba shows a sexual mode of reproduction. It reproduces asexually by two methods, binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission, amoeba mostly reproduces by this method. In this mode of reproduction, the parent cell divides into two daughter cells. Multiple fission occurs only when the conditions are unfavorable. A wall known as cyst is formed around the amoeba. Inside this cyst, the parent amoeba divides into many daughter cells, and when the conditions become favorable, the cyst breaks open, releasing the spores. So today we discussed about the characteristics of kingdom Protista. Then we studied about amoeba, an example of a member belonging to kingdom Protista, how it moves, how it feeds, or what is the mode of nutrition, how does it respire, how does it excrete, and how does it reproduce. I hope everyone understood. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.